Hello, everyone. Let's play some Blasphemous 2. I played this on the Switch. It's been a while since I have. I don't quite remember a lot of it. In the heart, everything takes root solitarily. I remember enjoying it, but they just released some DLC.
The eternal dawn of our penances heralds its imminent end.
Doesn't know. The art is
Each was
beautiful.
born to put an end to the other.
Blasphemous was, I think, an all-time classic.
Now both await. But while yours slumbers, mine remains vigilant.
It's kind of
May the
interesting.
miracle
I don't
bear
remember a whole lot
witness
of this
to
stuff.
this oath.
Usually I remember some of a game I've played, but maybe it's just been long enough.
By which I remain here for our long-awaited meeting. Wounded by the silence of this secluded existence.
Or maybe that's the DLC added to
And
it.
then, as the city of the blessed name rose up, borne on the shoulders of three mighty statues, the resounding beat of a great heart could be heard emanating from the clouds, thundering like the knell of an unseen church bell, raised higher than any other, enchanting us all to lift our gaze aloft in an ascetic call to prayer. For the miracle was about to give birth to a child.
This definitely felt like it was going to be a trilogy, which I love. I'm all about that. I remember you from the first one. And we're back. It would be pretty awesome if the graphics were the art for like the artwork. But that would be insane. That's like an intense amount of effort. We are the penitent one. Press Y to consume one of your bioflasks and recover vitality. These flasks are refilled by kneeling before a prie-dieu. What did I do before? I truly don't remember. It's kind of crazy. I think I would enjoy the middle one. Maybe I did this one. It seems like, I'll try it. Might as well look at this one. I'll take the sword. Thou hast chosen thine companion on this pilgrimage. Only the miracle knows when thou shalt meet again in the presence of her two sisters. I took the saw cleaver choice. Oh. I do remember this. A little bit. Priya Dieu. Resting before Priya Dieu will restore your health and flasks. It is the only way to save your progress. Upon dying, you will reappear at the last Priya Dieu. You visited, and all the progress you have made since that point will be lost. Kneel before one whenever you can. Easy clap. Defeat the Faceless One. Chisel of Oblivion. So beautiful. You have acquired 1. Marks of Martyrdom. The cherubs I saved.
Penitent One, returned from the tomb, and walking among the mourners. Your awakening is now written on the eternal pages. Annunciada is my name, and I hail from the heavenly mountains on high.
You seem like a propaganda.
And the beginning of all that is holy, so that I may address you. Look upon me thus as a preceptor in this enterprise, hailing from the highest of all seats. Penitent One, the miracle shall give birth to a new child in a great heart descended from the clouds, that watches over the ancient city of the blessed name from on high. You must reach it to stop its birth.
Oh.
But on this ascending path of penitence, the arch-confraternity awaits you. Those penitents that the miracle itself took as its sentinels now await your arrival. Orospina, the confraternity of embroiderers. Benedicta, of the confraternity of endless orison. Odon, of the confraternity of salt. Lesmes, of the confraternity of incorruptible flesh. All under the dictate of the oldest penitent, the first among them all, who was Eviterno, father of the penitents. Penitent one, the miracle has instilled 3 regrets in the consciences of 3 of its guardians. Only by revealing them shall you achieve the humiliation of the sculpted figures that hold up the city, allowing you to ascend to its upper reaches and finally to the Great Heart. Look for the Guardians.
Ravine of the High Stones.
Only by revealing the regrets guarded by the 3 Guardians.
Rugo al-Alba is the most balanced weapon in your arsenal. Behind its coarse serrated blades lies a versatile weapon, able to combine powerful attacks without giving the enemy a moment's respite. A blood pact will allow the enemy's wounds to heal the wounds of whoever wields it. Oh, okay. Bloodborne. Weight of Sin. In the air, press down X, and then RB is parry. Okay, I remember. Tyrannus. Attacking and executing enemies fills your fervor bar, which enables you to perform varied and powerful prayers. You can equip them in your inventory. Press B to recite a quick prayer. Combine down B to invoke a powerful prayer.
Welcome to my most humble of workshops, which is a flurry of sawdust, glue, and varnish. Montagnez is my name.
Montagnez.
Master sculptor. One of those who, with steady hand and silver chisel, patiently carve out from the wood the faithful shapes of our true saints, so that they might be contemplated and revered by the devout. No trace of light remains in my glassy eyes, yet still I know what thou seekest and needest. For are we not all penitents on this earth, in some way? The miracle proclaimed that, as my profession was that of a master sculptor, I should carve in wood the figure of the Most Blessed Lady as my last work of art. Penitent one, I beg you, help me in this, my final piece of work. Seek out for me the finest chisels and tools, the most wondrous of pigments, and the most delicate of varnishes. And I can sculpt for thee figures that will fit into the altarpiece you carry on your back, like this very one I offer to thee here. Please accept this as a gesture of my unending gratitude.
The traitor.
It is but the first piece of many more I shall carve for you. Now I shall place it upon the altarpiece upon your back, and you will feel its grace, but also its burden. The hands of the miracle will guide me in the carving in accordance with the memory you bring me. May they guide thee as they guide me, penitent one.
The Sculptor's Workshop, whenever you want to equip figures in your altarpiece of favors, each figure confers powerful benefits onto the penitent one, and can react in mysterious ways when placed next to others in the altarpiece. You can increase the number of slots in your altarpiece of favors in exchange for marks of martyrdom.
The altarpiece on your back now has more capacity. Here I will wait for you until you gather more marks of martyrdom to extend your altarpiece. May the hands of the miracle guide thee, penitent one.
This heavy curtain that separates sin and confession, crime and judgment, conceals naught but shadows. Here, in my darkness, there remaineth but tears for me, and forgiveness for those of you who seeketh it. Where are the bereaved now? Where are the repentant? How long since the long agony of this sacrament began? Now that your penance of silence and the pain that plagues your flesh has led you to my dark confessional, let
So when
me
I die,
purge
you
the
get
guilt you
which
bear
lowers your fervor, like
and
last
thus
game.
alleviate your burden. Penitent one, return when the guilt scorches your brow. I will free you from your burden, for that is my purpose.
Press to open the map. Remember to place markers whenever you find something interesting. Well, looks like I'm going down. Profundo lamento. You have the best aim in the world. I'm dumb. Some attacks can leave your enemies stunned. When this happens, press LT to execute stun enemies. Defeating an enemy in this way grants you fervor, tears of atonement, and martyrdom points. Attacking and executing enemies allows you to earn martyrdom points, which can be used to upgrade certain characteristics of the penitent one. You can earn marks of martyrdom by fighting and exploring the map. 1 marks of martyrdom.
Who are you, whose face and name you keep hidden? No, your name is of no consequence if your footsteps have led you to me. Yerma is mine own. But this is not the right moment. For the steps that my promise inspires are swift, and the will that directs them unshakable. This hatred, which blinds my reason with shadows. I must leave at once.
You've acquired the Steely Battle Lance. You now have access to the weapon memory section in your inventory. Use Marks of Martyrdom to acquire advanced combat techniques. Track down the bearer penitents to unlock techniques that are even more powerful. So now I can use the tip of an object of worship that was turned into a weapon. It delivered a violent end to countless enemies, and the memories of those deaths linger on. Its strength resides in the arsenal of penitence in which it can be awakened. The night was dark and full of mist. Yerma saw her chance to climb in through an open window, breaking into that old church that discreetly oversaw a far corner of the village. A perfect night for her purpose. With cat-like agility, she climbed down a sculpture on the inner facade until reaching the cold marble floor. Nobody saw or heard her. She stepped into the temple's blackness, her eyes piercing every shadow in search of her objective, and there it was, on top of an altar at the end of the nave, a silver rod, an old sacred relic that had remained intact despite the centuries. It shone with a glow of its own like some kind of living thing. It was said that the rod had been plated with an impossible alloy of oil-anointed silver. Yerma didn't hesitate. She slid from the shadows like a snake, took the rod, and felt its cold weight. That argent glow fleetingly reflected in her eyes, revealing them to be full of hate and thirsty for vengeance. Nobody will ever know what happened to that holy artifact. So now I can use a spear. Whoa! Of Ascension. Some surfaces can be used to climb. Hold RT to cling onto the surface and not slip. Can't do it to this one. But I can do it to this. Scratch Lead Sphere. Equip Rosary Beads in your inventory to upgrade characteristics of the Penitent one. Find additional knots to increase the number of beads you can equip. Pressing RB at the last moment unleashes a devastating slash that strikes multiple times. Hold RBX with the gauge full to activate Blood Pact. Empowers all hits from Rugo al Alba with additional hits of mystical damage. Crimson Warmonger up X to perform a Crimson Ascension. Press down X to perform a Crimson Cyclone. I need 2 for that. RBX, huh? Mystical damage is cool. I'm very often gonna forget to do my magic, but I'll try to remember. Mirabras of the return to port. Takes the penitent one back to the city of the blessed name. Interesting. Should continue searching upward. Gavel. Empty receptacle. Forgotten tributes. Coin that was used for many years as payment for the processions that traversed the roads at nighttime. These processions gradually died out, so finding a coin like this is a rare occurrence. Glass vessel that able to contain the blood flowing from the crimson flesh touched by the miracle used to increase the number of bioflasks. Small square hammer skilled sculptors use tools similar to this to work wood in its initial form. However, it is impossible not to conclude that any artist using such small a mallet must have sought to undergo some kind of penance or punishment. His last work, Part 5. It was then that the sculptor, witness for the whole ordeal, was blinded by a radiance that grew from the pious visage of the lady, a flare so grossly incandescent that it condemned him to the most absolute darkness. The old man, blinded forever, yet in the midst of that deep blackness, a vision persisted, engraved with pure light, the most beautiful face he had ever laid his eyes upon. On hearing the young man's question, the elder's gaze filled with melancholy. Yes, this church belongeth to a bygone age, one so ancient, so chaotic that it's as if it was wanted to disappear from memory, an age in which time itself decided to stop in a perpetual sunset. and in which every man yearned only for the signs of the divine. But so it happened that the faith of those people faded, quietly escaping from their hearts year after year. Even so, this abandoned church still stands, its foundation as firm as ever, as if it waited for something, as if it refused to give up without the faith that so many had already lost. And the old man stood there, gazing at the sturdy stone, lost in thought. It's getting a little late. I will probably give the mallet back. No.
Pray, how can I assist thee, penitent one?
The resolute guy.
This mallet is so wonderfully balanced in the hand that it feels quite effortless to move. Know that you have my gratitude, penitent one. May the hands...
How do I increase my flasks? That's the question I have right now. I will call it here for this evening in this video. Let's see. I think it automatically saves, right? Like if I do this, yeah. So, yeah. So this is the beginning of Blasphemy 2. Just a short little segment to start off with. I would play more, but I've got a bit of a headache. If you wish to join me on the penitence path to reconciliation or some such, I would love to have you. If you enjoy watching me play, I would appreciate a like and subscribe, as they say. And as always, until next time, I hope all is well.